Why must we learn to face our despair, fears, anger, and negative experiences? Look at Moses. Before he could lead the people of Israel, the prince of Egypt has to become a pauper of Midian. To deal with his fear that his true identity will be exposed. Look at David. Before he could become king, he had to face his deep-seated desire to be loved. Look at Paul. Before he could become the foremost apostle to the Gentiles, he had to come face to face with his dark side. It seems to take some dark episodes in our lives to begin this change, and yet it does not stop there. This process continues throughout our lives to help us break free from our inner bondage. Ruth Barton suggests the importance of solitude, where we can wrestle with God to face ourselves. She says, most of what happens in solitude is happening underneath the surface, and God is doing it. God's invitation for us in solitude is a call to freedom from our inner bondage, to deeply patterned response that were once helpful to us, but now only cripple us in what we are called to do. Only those whom God freed at this level are prepared to lead others into the freedom that they seek. Only those who have been brave enough to write their own monsters of anger and greed and jealousy and narcissism and fear and violence all the way down to the bottom will find a truer energy with which to lead. And only those who have faced their own dark side can be trusted to lead others towards the light. So let us come before God like the psalmist, whose enemies mocked him that God has forgotten him, and cry out to God. Allow God to use the circumstances to help us confront ourselves. Psalms 10 verse 11, he says to himself, God has forgotten, he has hidden his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up your hand, do not forget the afflicted. Amen.